Was that some good dramatic effect as my camera's crooked? What's up, everybody? So there's only a few that probably really watch this, let's be real, but I've actually gotten a couple questions lately about what's been going on and how things been going for me, because I really have slacked off with posting and recording stuff like I have in the past. And like I said, the few of you that watch this stuff, thank you, and I hope you guys appreciate me going through and taking the time to put stuff together. But let's be real, I ain't no big influencer or whatnot. But for those that may be new to this, I guess YouTube channel is where this is going to go up. I have started my first season as a pro Highland Games thrower. I've been in the game since 2010, started in fall of 2010, and I'm not the biggest guy, I'm not the strongest, I'm not the fastest, not the most explosive, not the most twitchy. It's been a long time, a lot of dedicated years specific to this sport to train for it, and finally getting to the point where I could make the jump into the pro ranks. And so I have now done 2 competitions at this point, and unfortunately I started my pro year injured. That's why my posting has dropped off over the past couple months. Mentally been very difficult for me because I set a high bar for myself. I finally made it. Things were going phenomenal, honestly. Last year, as my last year as amateur, threw very well for myself, hit PRs in some events, and after you do this long enough, the PRs come so few and far between. So hitting some personal bests, hitting some goals that I'd never had, or that I've never had a chance to even chase down, finally hitting some of those. Still got a few that I want to hit before everything's all said and done. But back on March 20th, I found out, and I posted on my Instagram about this a little bit, that you can lacrosse ball too much, apparently. Between some lacrosse ball and some body tempering on my left quad one morning, back on March 20th, I somehow created some nerve damage. So pain tolerance, I don't know what the heck happened. Essentially nerve damage in my left quad, where my left quad and leg are not firing. Could possibly be related to some sciatic stuff through my back into my hamstring, to where as of right now, I'm still not at 50%, and it's May 14th, I think. I'm not back to 50% strength on it if we do it as a measurable. So it's been very mentally difficult for me to be excited to go throw and to train when things are so bad off. And it's like the pain, there was pain at first. What I noticed was when I got up, my shin was numb after doing all that lacrosse ball work on my quad, and it kind of freaked out. I thought my leg was swelling and I was going to have like a blood clot or something. Lo and behold, that was fine. But I had pain and whatnot for about 2 weeks, and then went into my first game. I mean, my left leg doesn't work, as simple as it is. Trying to put the leg down, it just doesn't work very well. So pushing off of it, driving off of it, it's not there. I've gotten back to being able to walk without really a limp. Can't run without feeling something off in my gait. And then training wise, there's a lot of shifting, a lot of power that's not there in the left leg. So I'm throwing the kitchen sink at it. We're trying to get some improvement through it, but actually seeing some pretty significant atrophy in my quad as well. It's not the way I wanted to start, competing as a pro by any means. It really mentally sucks. To really kind of, and I'm airing all this out, it just sucks to talk about. It's not what I want. Don't want to have an excuse, don't want to have a reason, but it is what it is. I'm lucky that I've been able to manage and still do my job as a fireman, and not felt any holdbacks there, honestly. Been able to manage and work around that, and getting back, I mean, if I use a single leg extension as my measurable right now, just 2 days ago, my right leg can do 150 pounds for 10 reps. My left leg can barely do 70. This gives you a measure of where it's at. I'm kind of using that as a gauge. And one of the problems is actually the top end range. It's like I can maybe do more weight, but I can't get that full extension in my left leg. So I think the hip flexor is paired in this as well. So it's unfortunate, but after a couple people have commented, sent me some messages here and there, just checking in on me, wondering where stuff is. The couple people that do like my footage, I'm actually going to get back to trying to record some of it. I've just slacked. It's mentally been me checked out because this is holding me back from where I wanted to be. And man, was this preseason, if you guys followed me, this preseason back in January, February, March was going phenomenal. I was super pumped with how everything was moving at that point in the year, to be at that point in the year where some throws were already without a lot of dedicated practice. it was going really well. So training now has been a lot dedicated to trying to make the left leg work. And almost every day I'm trying to do something, all different, modalities and whatnot. So to quit being long-winded, like, yes, I've been able to literally do about everything, but I feel super weak, and I think it's just because of the one leg disparity. Like, I did some clean pulls the other day, and they felt like they were max effort deadlifts almost. Squats, I feel super weak on squats as well. There's definitely a little bit of shifting. It doesn't look as bad as I would think, but I just feel so weak with it. So I'm able to complete all the movements, but my loads and everything and speeds are dropped substantially. Like, I'm back to jumping, but I'm not full power, and I guess because most of it's coming from the right leg, it still feels very weird. So enough of me being long-winded. I'm gonna get into warming up and get training this morning. This video, I'm gonna go ahead and throw the training at the end of the video, so maybe you have to watch to this point to get it. I'm gonna actually do some power cleans after I do some of the warm-up stuff, some cleans, some med ball throws, some sandbag. Yeah, so appreciate the support for you guys getting to this point. Let's get to the training. So today was a decent workout. Started with some single leg hops, as you're seeing here, just trying to get the left leg to generate some power. There's a couple times off camera or different sets that I did where I had to stop halfway through because my left leg knee gave out on me. And this is the only throwing I've done since my last Highland games. I decided to not really get into throwing a lot. It's really ingraining some bad habits. So this is just a 4-pound med ball trying to get back into moving things fast and throwing an external object. But the jumping, yeah, I can still jump and do everything, but sometimes that left leg just gives out. The quad doesn't want to fully fire and whatnot. But these throws actually felt really good. Felt like I was staying back in my back leg. This is one of the core exercises I've been working on lately. Got this from Nick Aston. Excuse me. Call these glute ham halos. Be careful if you try to do these. Start very light with very few reps on your first day. It's already been, I think, 3 or 4 weeks for me to work up to a 25-pound plate. And I just do 5 each directions in this day. But something I've been doing them about once, I think maybe about every 5 days. It's like maybe a little bit more than once a week on those. So today was power clean plus a front squat. And what's really shows here to me, maybe you can see the effort in my face. Front squats, I did doubles at 110, 115, and 120. And the difficulty of the front squat is just unreal and shows you the weakness of my strength, considering back in December, I had front squatted 185 kilos or 407 to where this is 120, 265, and it's just ridiculously difficult strain for that light of weight. Been playing with sandbags as I do have, as some of these other strength athlete guys are doing, have some stone goals maybe in the future. So at first I was really struggling with these. I'd really jumped into them without a lot of warm-up. Was really sitting low and was not getting a good grip on them. And you'll see this was all my first set. I did like 3 back-to-back. And then set 2, this is the third one of that set. Just very, very difficult, which is good. I mean, got to have some strain with it and learning to fight through those. But then watch how well these go. As I don't know what clicked different. Pop right up. I shook my head. I was like, I couldn't believe how easy it was. So been playing with the sandbag. This is 2 25-pound sandbag. We've had a lot more people using them at the gym, doing some strongman stuff as well. And then I finished up with some hamstring work. I did the 45-degree back extension, banded with a 75-pound sandbag in my hands, as well as some single leg curls. I've been doing a lot of accessory work unilaterally, trying to see if I can't feel a difference. I mean, especially on the quad, the left leg quad kind of step-ups and lunges and stuff like that are much weaker and much more difficult. But not noticing a lot of hamstring imbalance, I guess. So it's good to a degree because I was having some sciatica issues on the left leg as well. Really like these. Hadn't brought the band in a long time, so that's going to be a new staple for me. And as you see here, just finishing up with some single leg stuff. So hope you guys have enjoyed me bringing back some training footage. We'll keep rolling with it as much as it won't be much throwing, but as soon as the throwing starts coming back,
we'll bring that back as well.